What's up, guys? Miss Piss here, back with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes commentary video, and I'm actually going to do a follow-up video to a video I posted earlier today, link in the description and on screen, covering guild activities. Now, in this video, I'm actually going to go into a little bit more detail on the actual activities and how we can, as guilds, make things equitable without really forcing any particular group of players to feel outcast, mostly free-to-play, like myself. So on days like today, where the guild activity is PvP attempts, or other days where the guild activity is Galactic War battles or challenges, the best tactic for most guilds is going to be to set a cap. So tell people not to exceed 18 or 24 Galactic War battles if you're at a lower level and you know that your guild members can't always clear the Galactic Wars. Maybe set the cap at 18. Nobody do more than 18 battles. If you're in a higher end guild where players are consistently clearing their Galactic Wars, set the limit at 24. Now, if your guild timer resets very close to your individual day timer, then maybe setting limits on days where the challenge is to actually accomplish challenges or PvP battles. It might be more difficult for some players to actually do 2 days worth of battles, so you might have to set the threshold to just 1 day's worth. It's going to vary depending on what your guild's timeline looks like versus most of the players in the guild and their daily timelines. Especially for players who can't stay up past midnight or 1 a.m. or may work a night shift or something. So it's on a case-by-case basis, but the easiest thing to do is on those days, do what our guild has done here. We set the PvP cap to 10, and people are respecting that, not doing more, and now we have pretty much half the guild is going to get the first place prize. So it's a good tactic, and it should work for a lot of guilds. Now, obviously, on energy days, not going to be able to tell everybody to stop at a certain energy. So, but when it does come to energy, what you do need to make sure of is that everybody is spending at least 600 energy each day, and that's light side, dark side, and cantina. The biggest point there is that value is what matters in how often your guild is going to raid. If every single person in your guild is doing their spending 600 energy every day, you're going to be getting the maximum guild currency every day, meaning that you're not going to have any problems with, oh well, the raid just ended and we got to wait 3 days to get our guild currency back up. So just go out there, and the bottom line really is to just play the game the way you normally do. On the light side days, focus on just getting your farming characters that are primarily found on light side battles. On dark side days, focus on characters like Anakin, who are found primarily on dark side battles. The bottom line is, don't try and change up your game too much if you're free to play, because you're not one of those people. You're not dropping money on chromium packs, so you need to be spending your resources wisely to make the most out of building your characters to the maximum potential. And if that means not spending 900 energy on dark side battles on the dark side energy day and only being that guy down in the ranked in the 30s for that day's activity contribution, because hey, I'm sorry, I gotta farm my characters because I'm not dropping $20 this week on 2 chromium packs or whatever. That's just got to be the way it is. So the bottom line is, players need to contribute the best they can without sacrificing their character list, because the bottom line is, at the end of the day, players are only as strong as their rosters. So defeating those higher tiered raids depend on every member of your guild having a robust and strong character list, so that they can go in and do their 5 battles before their character resets. You're not going to be able to clear those higher end guild or raids if half of your guild is free to play and only has 10 7-star characters. because they were sacrificing half of their week to only doing light side or dark side or mostly cantina and not buying any extra energy for their light and dark side battles. So just go out, play your game as normal. Guild activities are basically just there, in my opinion. EA threw them in there and put a lot of emphasis on it in order to dupe people into spending more money on the game than was really necessary. The return on investment is not there. Yes, there are characters that are exclusive to the guild shop, and yes, the guild currency, the guild coins that you get to buy stuff from the guild shop are, those points are valuable, and you only get 150 to 250 coins a day possible. So it's a slow grind, but hey, wasn't the cantina when it first started? So don't freak out about the fact that, oh my God, I'm not first place on the contributions board. If you're down in the 30s, you're still getting 100 and something gold coins. Just go out, play your game regular. I know I'm beating this like a dead horse, but just play the game regular. If you're free to play, don't agonize over everything. The coins will come, the shards will come, and the bottom line is just have fun. Don't freak out over silly stuff like that. Now, one of the other things I wanted to talk about was guild tactics or raid tactics. Now, in Phase 2 and Phase 3, the door control panel is available for you to target. Obviously, targeting that will drop the door down on the Rancor, and all units will get buffs based on their health and the Rancor's health. So it's in your best interest when you jump in, if the door panel is available, hit it immediately, because it's also on a cooldown timer. Once you hit it, it starts a timer and will become available eventually. So you need to hit it quick so that you can get it back down again, hopefully with a follow-up group or one of your other follow-up groups. Now, outside of that, when you are going into battles with your Rancor, make sure that you're taking good note of the amount of health that the Rancor has in that phase, because each phase has its own health bar. If the Rancor is below 50% health in that phase, Yoda is not going to get foresight from his basic ability. Other abilities that are based off of opponent's health, for instance, Ahsoka Tano's secondary attack, that it does 50% more damage when the target is below 50% health and heals the group when the target is above 50% health. Play her appropriately. Don't put her in if you want her as a healer when the Rancor is below 50% health. Instead, throw her in if you want her to play DPS when he's under 50% health. So gauge things appropriately in that regard, and you'll find yourself in a much better position to maximize your damage output. So that's about all I've got, guys. As you can see, I've kind of run out of things to do today. Out of squad arenas, out of energy, don't really want to spend any more crystals to get more energy. But I have finally cleared my normal mode light side battles. Just need to get into my dark side battles here, and these battles are no joke. As you're about to see, I went ahead and borrowed my buddy's Admiral Akbar, who I am currently farming from the arena shards, or sorry, the arena shop. And I thought that I might be able to maybe get the third star on this level so that I could sim it if I needed to in the future, but it was not so easy. Darth Maul is no joke. I think that my dependence on Jedi kind of bit me in the behind here, because man, he does some stupid damage against Jedi. So I might have to actually go out and work on some of my other light side characters, because he just melted my character. I mean, 12 and 13k crits there, and then thankfully Ahsoka Tano's leader ability kind of kept her in the game here, but I was not doing near enough damage. to survive very long because, yeah, kind of got my butt handed to me. But, any rate, thanks for watching, guys. As always, like, favorite, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.